you brought up the Mike Williams injury because obviously that's a huge blow out for the season, and you brought up the production of Keenan Allen last week. My question to you, and you kind of answered it, but now that full attention is going to be on Keenan Allen, do you think that a similar production of what he just had against Minnesota, like, can we expect more of that throughout the season?
It just depends on who they're going to be playing, but I think you can. I mean, especially you have the Raiders coming up. The Raiders can't. They haven't had Justin. This is the incredible part about this whole game this weekend. Justin Herbert hasn't turned the ball over at once. The Raiders haven't caused a turnover. Their defense hasn't caused a turnover once this season either. So maybe Keenan Allen could take advantage of the Raiders defense as well. They play the Cowboys in a couple of weeks. If Trayvon Diggs was playing, I'd say probably not. But without Trayvon Diggs, I'm sure Keenan Allen can get his there. The Chiefs game is going to be the one that might be the hardest one, just because, man, Kansas City's defense, the way they've stepped up this year, and Steve Spagnuolo has been called, like, the Chiefs fans have called for his job numerous times, and look at him, he's still there. He's still producing at a high level. So I'm really impressed with Steve Spagnuolo's defense. They're young, they're aggressive, they're flying all over. That might be a tough one. But yeah, I mean, I think Keenan can still do it, but it's going to depend on Josh Palmer and Quentin Johnson and Simi Fehoko. I mean, I don't know how much he's going to play, but he's a big-bodied guy. He's about 6'3", 6'4". I don't know how much they're going to use him, but I feel like they should. I mean, at least give him a shot. You sign him to the 53-man roster. I think he is going to get a chance to maybe do something. So, but yeah, it's all going to the production around him. Gerald Everett has to pick it up. Donald Parham caught 2 touchdowns over the weekend. He has to pick it up. Austin Eckler, I don't think I'd be surprised if Austin played this weekend just because the bye week is coming up. Let him give him another 2 weeks to rest and come back for that Cowboys game. But when he comes back, they have to run the football more efficiently. So if everybody else picks up their game, then Keenan Allen should have more production like that. But it's just going to be tough because now everybody's going to be zeroing in on Keenan, knowing how dangerous he is, and 215 yards for the kind of player that Keenan is. Like, he's not a down the field blazing speed. Like, he's more of tire you out the whole game and then expose you once the going gets going. And I thought it was really impressive. 18 catches, 215. I mean, that's freaking ridiculous. I mean, that's what Tyreek Hill had on the Chargers 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no, it certainly is. And before we get you out of here with your prediction, I do want to ask. It's funny because Raiders are dealing with some crazy off the field issues with some of their players, with Chandler Jones. And then on your side, before the news that broke this week, the question on my notes right here is, what the hell's going on with JC Jackson? And now there's a warrant out for his arrest. Like, what is going on? Why hasn't he played? What, like, please explain.
So the warrant, everybody thought it was for something more serious. It's for a speeding ticket that he got back in 2021.
We've all
So I
been.
mean, yeah, it's just for a speeding ticket from what I read. So I mean, but the reason why he's not playing is I feel like they think he hasn't integrated himself yet into this defense. And I know Brandon Staley thought that what they did last week hurt them against the Titans, the rotation of corners. I think they felt like that hurt them. And they were rewarded this week. Asante Samuel Jr. had a really good game. He had a very strong game. He was knocking balls down. He was really aggressive. He almost had 2 interceptions. So they know, I think they know kind of what they have in Asante. His only problem is he needs to be more aggressive when it comes to helping in the run game, like tackling and all that other stuff. He needs to be better at that. But I mean, that's something that you're going to have to take with him, especially with him being only 5'9", 5'10". His dad was the same way. His dad tackled at times, but his dad was exactly the same way. You had him out there. Why? Because you knew that he was going to make a play. So I feel like he's close into making a play. But going back to Michael Davis, was the one that had kind of a rough game. He's the one that Justin Jefferson kind of took advantage of. But they don't want a rotation. They want 2 starters and a slot corner. And they feel like these 3 guys are the best. Jazier Taylor in the slot, Asante outside, and Michael Davis outside. JC Jackson, I don't know what's going to happen with him, but I saw a funny post the other day that said, watch the Chargers cut him after this season. Bill Belichick pays him $1 million and turns him back into an all-pro next season. But I wouldn't doubt it with the way Bill Belichick operates. But that's why I'm very hesitant when it comes to secondary players out of the Bill Belichick tree. They fit his system, they fit what he's doing. But then when it comes to them hitting free agency, they're never as good as what they were in New England. So, but yeah, it's just he hasn't fit that. I don't know how much of that knee injury is still bothering him, but it's just not a good look when you see your $82 million corner on the sideline just standing there while everybody else is on the team. And Derwin James and everybody's been very patient with him, but it just doesn't look like it's gonna. It hasn't materialized up until this point. So who knows what happens next? But as of right now, he's gonna have to fight to try and suit up on Sundays, which is crazy to think about.